Welcome everyone to Jerry World, AT&T Stadium in the home of the Southwest Classic, and fans have been filling this place up for the past few hours, wrapping up the tailgate and fired up for what ought to be a sensational play. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport, a rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the fourth-ranked team in the land, the Arkansas Razorbacks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock and Justin Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off and christen this game. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Razorbacks offense is on the field for the first time today. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability. And he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. We had a barn burner the last time these two teams played, and no reason to expect anything else between these two bitter rivals.
Attention to detail, and I think the sense of urgency, David, in a game like this just goes way up.
And I think managing the emotions in these type of games, you know last year was a classic. Now you're trying to form this year's identity of this team and go out and get a win in a big-time rivalry game.
And I think on that last run play on 3rd down here early in the game, they're making a statement that we believe we're the more physical team, and we're going to run the football even if you know it's coming at you. Nice job. They got the ball at midfield. I expect to see more run plays coming in.
Out of the backfield, he's open. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Give to the back. The Razorbacks get it past the sticks.
Wow, what an impressive-looking run. You think back to some of the greatest rushing offenses in the SEC in recent years. Remember that offense that had Darren McFadden and Felix Jones both in the backfield, sometimes taking wildcat snaps? Nobody could stop them. This dude, I think, could have broken his way to that rotation with his ability. This guy's sick.
Their performance in SEC play last year was forgettable. They'd love to make it memorable this time around.
I love when Reese uses the phrases like forgettable, which means it was awful, not very good, okay? So they're looking for a bounce back. They've been selling this program all offseason. They've been trying to bring in new additions. They've been trying to create some juice, Palmer. Now they got to go out and do it.
I think they realized, too, a year ago they weren't as talented as some of their opponents, but they also gave some games away. And they've got to be better in critical down and distance in big moments when they get into these SEC conference games this season.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So we'll see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Well, that was a dart right there. He's going to give Arkansas a chance, because in the old days in the SEC, you had to run the football if you were going to win championships. Today, you better be able to get it done through the air. We think of all the great play callers in this league and all the Heisman Trophy winners this league has seen at the QB position in recent years. You better be able to do it throwing the ball. This guy, I think, gives Arkansas a chance with his arm.
Man, it's nice to have a quarterback that just does that, man. Just effortlessly picks up chunks of yards and then smartly gets out of bounds. But this whole offense, man, everybody's a threat. Anybody can take the football and make big plays. And when you got a quarterback with that much athletic ability, it's an absolute nightmare for defense.
And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Makes the grab. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just boom, put it on the line, it's really nice to have that.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the back. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arkansas!
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach. Watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical. And you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Texas A&M's offense will have its first possession of the game. David, we'll see just how effective they can be on the ground running against a backer like this.
But they're going to do what they do, and they're going to feature their guy. He's an elite running back. You're a great linebacker. Let's see who wins this battle.
There have been entire defenses that haven't been able to slow this running back down. This linebacker, though, he's got the athleticism to do it himself.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Smashes through. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Really good looking run there. This guy reminds me a little bit of an old Texas A&M Aggie great, Leland McElroy. He was so dangerous in space. He was so difficult to bring down to the ground. All 11 guys on defense had to rally to the football. This guy has a little bit of that too. If they can find more creative ways to get this guy out in the open field, watch out, because he's a home run waiting to happen.
At the 35, he's loose. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
When you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
The Aggies want to move quickly. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, an offense you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers. Man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. A run up the middle is stuck for no gain. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
They call it a coffin corner kick for a reason, and you really can't do it any better than that. He puts that thing out of bounds right around the goal line. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. Looking deep. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Scanning the field, it's Green. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line. And he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receivers.
Going up top on first down.
What is that?
Complete. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
And Frank, situation, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel, but in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel-type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
Not a lot of room.
Like she literally don't eat nothing.
26.
Yeah, the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Caught near the sticks. It's James. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
Nice type on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
They're bringing heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Wants to throw. It's Green. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the middle. A strike downfield. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Texas A&M going up tempo. How long have the Aggies been fishing for jumbo plays like that one?
Just dying for it. They just want high-flying offense. They want fun. They want excitement. They had it back in the day with Johnny Manziel. Been searching for those big-time plays, that big-time offense since that point.
Line getting set on 2nd down. That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. They'll run this play from the pistol. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Now the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Moss. And he get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
Perfect timing to call that pass play. It's 3rd and short down here in the red zone. Everybody in the stadium expecting you to run the football, and if you don't get it, maybe you kick a field goal, maybe you go for it on 4th. You don't have to worry about that now because of the pass completion. It's first and goal.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys come in near the line of scrimmage.
No, I think I did smell the garbage. I think I smelled the garbage.
Good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Yeah.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They're a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Wide out in motion. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now, you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to put it away. He'll bring it out. It's James. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right?
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Dropping back, it's Green. Fires it down the seam. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. That's why you love veterans in this defense. They stay locked in on their roles.
Yeah.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake, now the throw. Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. On the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. A quick strike, just as we expected.
And quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with the system.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Green. They're setting up the screen. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option of working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
On the run, it's Russell. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. And the Razorbacks racing to the line in a hurry-up. He'll try to pick it up on the ground. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. They'll go with the running game on 4th down here. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You can tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the quarterback is snowed under.
3rd and long situation, we're bringing an extra DB on the field. If we're telling our front guys to pin your ears back and go get the QB, and they get the job done.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football, even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to...
Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Brought down after a 5-yard gain down to the 7.
That didn't bust for a long one. Now, 3rd down becomes very manageable. It's not 3rd and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Running back goes in motion. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough of the first down. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Razorbacks! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they? Really so impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Baylor is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Robert Griffin III, and they are right back in this. They're trailing by just 4 to Utah. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. Caught behind the line. It's Keys. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. He wants to throw here on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. You know this sophomore has a big arm, and there were some revolutions on that one. Comes out throwing on first down. Got his man in the middle.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
They'll rush to the line. Clock stops for the first down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. He's going to pass. Snagged on the outside. It's Allen.
When the quarterback and receiver just sound on the same page on that next play, timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing to the perimeter of the field, and it just didn't happen.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. Coming after it. They've got the screen set up. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Moves away as he feels pressure. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Keeps it and gets past the chains. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense, man. Late in the half.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Picks it up,
Let's
that's
go.
a high ball. He's at the 50. Inside the 30. 10. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion. And that's why, as a defense, you want to keep everything in front, make them run another play. Maybe they'll make a mistake, and they did.
Yeah, right, Reese. You got to stop the bleeding. You just got to get hats to the football. And this is a defense right now that's flying around, and they're trying to create opportunities for their offense. Did a great job today.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David.
He wants to take the top off. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing those jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last one.
Quarterback will audible. On third down, he drops the throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Razorbacks come to the line in the hurry-up. On fourth down, going to the air. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. And the Aggies trying to cash it in on first and goal. Back to pass, it's Reed. Keeps looking downfield. Touchdown, Aggies!
defense is going to have to do a better job.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. He's got a chance to take this one back. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. He'll start the return inside his spot. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here.
He's taking the shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
This defense is heating up. They got an interception the last possession. You can tell breaking on the football really, really well. Seeing where the quarterback's throwing it, going to try to get it. Got another hand on it. Almost had another interception.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Looking left. And here's the third interception of the night. Oh, big juke to get past. Touchdown, Aggies! The defense put 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he did the pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out a wide receiver next week after making that big play. But the defense, great job making the interception. You're right. Doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Dropping back, it's Green. Looking for a deep man. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
The quarterback has got to just settle down and take a breath. Threw a bad pick last drive, almost threw another one on that last play. He's got to regain his focus.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And it's his 4th interception of the night. Got some room to run. And the defender is tackled, and that's how we'll run out the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Daniels. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They go to work in the 3rd quarter with the lead, but they have had a little trouble keeping their quarterback upright.
Yeah,
he tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
Well, really nice catch there. And I'll tell you, ever since Texas A&M made the move to the SEC, their path to the national championship got way harder. If they're going to win today, they've got to come up with big plays in the passing game. This guy gives them that opportunity. He gives them a chance not just to compete for conference titles, but for national championships too.
That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Power football with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
A defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. They really have no choice here. This is a no-brainer. They go for it here on this 4th down. Complete out of the backfield. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. We want you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Looking downfield, it's Reed. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. They're ripping off chunks of yardage to get it to the 33.
I love the competitive nature of this quarterback. Yeah, he's thrown some picks in this game. He's put his team in a hole, but he's still out there trying to make throws to bring his team back.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks for the 1st down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are. He's able to use his athleticism to get that 1st down.
Got it set up on the outside. Touchdown, Arkansas! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to get back in this ball game.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating a loss on the 1st down.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the 1st, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. He's got enough to move the change, and they'll spot it at the 57. This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. He's got it. All kinds of running room. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. So the offense will decline that penalty after the big play. They'll line up to go for 2. To the air, it's Reed. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished it with an explosive play in the passing game, scoring from 47 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on 2nd and long from the 6. He's looking to throw. Trying to beat the D deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, passing complete.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. It's 1st and goal as Texas A&M comes to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to barge their way in. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. After getting nothing on the last play, will they try to run it in from the 2 on 3rd down? He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll get one from the right hash. You ought to be able to navigate that angle from this distance. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. On the run from inside his own 5. And the returner can find no daylight. He goes down. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Trailing down by 17, David. This is an opportunity they need to answer.
And down by 17. It's not.
Lets it fly. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Green. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. The Razorbacks will hustle to the line. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's not afraid to go deep. Snags it on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
communication when it comes to defenses. Like, you have to talk, have to understand if somebody does this, I have to do this. I have to pass off wide receivers. Apparently, the communication was busted.
Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And they take it in for 6 more points. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Baylor has the lead right now, but even though we've heard sick 'em a bunch, this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside McLean Stadium. By a field goal over Utah. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Catch in the middle, it's Allen. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Second down coming up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Takes the handoff. It's Moss. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing... getting downhill and getting in the backfield and making a tackle.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
I personally
You gotta take Bronze outside.
defense. I love it. Bringing
I go to the stove, you gotta take Bronze outside.
sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. They'll look to pin them deep. Bringing it back, it's Anthony. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled, you realize what's going on. Now, I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find some momentum. So now it's on this defense to stop that, all right? You're a little bit upset based on what just happened the previous drive. You've got to bow up again and go back to what was working earlier in this game.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To throw, it's Green. Going over the top. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. And the Razorbacks in the hurry up. On third and long, he has to throw for it. He'll take another shot here. Grabs it inside the 10. Touchdown, Arkansas. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
Oh, bitch.
Surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest these.
Flying out to the left. The 30. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Really nice job working the route or getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on.
He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Listen, I know DBs don't catch the ball real well, but to be a defensive back, it's one of the hardest positions in football. You got to stay with these big, fast, wide receivers and then try to go track the football and make a play. Great job making a play for his team.
Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Escapes trouble. Getting some heat. Looking to scramble. He'll pull it down and run. Got room at the 35. Nothing but green ahead. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
It's so difficult when you're running a pass play, but really it becomes a run because he can do that. The quarterback can scramble around. Receivers are running down the field. I got to cover him and run down the field. Now I got to come try to catch this guy who's flying downhill so fast. The angles don't work. He's too athletic. That's why you got to
Move, you already been outside. Move. Go. Bed. Get on your bed.
That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Green. Unloads it left. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive.
What a nice catch.
God dang.
Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, and you use these running backs so much in the passing game now, and you expect them to make those plays for you, to make those big explosive plays out of the backfield. Just got to make sure he concentrates and see that ball come in.
Back to throw, it's Green. Got him downfield. And that's where they'll mark him, but a chunk play, and they pick up a 1st down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the 4th quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. They go right back to their man on 2nd and goal. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And here's the deal. I'm trailing 4th and goal, which makes a difference to me because I drove the ball down the field. I've had some success. Do I want to stay aggressive here? This offense is down, but has a chance to really put some points on the board and make a little bit of a splash.
Snapped it in the shotgun. Flushed out of the pocket. He will not get it. A 4th down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. And now on 3rd down, shadow of their own goalpost, needing some breathing room. Looking for a man. It's Reed. Got his man down the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Hold it.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play. So nice job in coverage.
He's back to throw on second down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They're trying to get to it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. First down here for the offense. Running back searching for a hole. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They go to the draw. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Man, not much wiggle room for them.
What?
Not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block back. How about the offensive lineman pushing the guy?
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Correct.
He uncorks one deep. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Quarterback checking off. Back to pass, it's Green. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it on the right. Can anyone catch him? Touchdown, Razorbacks! And once he got loose, it was all over. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they can lose this ball game.
Now they'll try to get the 2 and make it a 3-point game late. They want to throw it. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good, and now they're within a field goal here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped up to 17. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here. Steal some momentum back in this ball.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock.
I got 5 minutes left.
The touchdowns.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Quarterback keeps it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And how about the timing of the linebacker on the blitz to get in the backfield and get the tackle for loss?
Is there anything better for a linebacker than to run on a blitz and nobody's home except the back?
Such a great feeling when Moses parts the Red Sea and the hole opens up and he's going to fit.
Scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. The Aggies are moving quickly down the field. Motion from the offense. Off-play action on first down. Caught on the outside. It's Tees.
Get the fuck out of here.
Bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Off the play fake. Trying to get to him. The throw. Grabbed on the outside. It's Tees. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback here.
Shit.
Look, you want to make the quarterback feel you. You want to get pressure in his face. That was so close, but just a tad.
Ow!
3 yards. First down for the offense after that penalty. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Well, the offense tries to go RPO, but that time the quarterback and his intended target just couldn't hook it.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Snap it to the back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Never a doubt. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? Touchdown, Aggies!
Get the fuck
How about
out.
that D coming up with a play like that? They're now in really good shape. Win column as they extend the lead here late.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Well, head coach obviously decided it was best to go for 2 points right there. They didn't get it, and you just wonder if chasing the points is going to hurt this team later in the game.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you.
Time to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Looking to throw, it's Green. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, going up top. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. He wants a big play here late. Incomplete on fourth down, and man. Keep that drive alive.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
There is nothing greater than a rivalry game